In this session, I am going to cover basic building blocks in Unified Modeling Language. The UML vocabulary has three kinds of building blocks, that are things, relationships, and diagrams. Things are again get categorized into structural things, behavioral things, grouping things, and annotational things. In this session, I am going to cover two types of things, structural things and behavioral things. Now, basic building blocks in UML. To model any software system, it is necessary to learn and understand three major building blocks. These building blocks are the parts of UML vocabulary. So building blocks in UML, first one, things. Things are the basic building blocks of UML which is used to write well-formed model of any system. Second is relationships. It shows the relationship among different components in a system. And third one, different types of diagrams. Now things categorize into structural things, behavioral things, grouping things, and annotational things. Relationship can be shown as dependency, generalization, association, and realization. Then different diagrammatic representation or model construction, 9 different diagrams like use case diagram, class diagram, object diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, state chart diagram, activity diagram, component diagram, and deployment diagram. Structural things. Structural things represents conceptual or physical element of any system. Some of the structural things are like classes, interfaces, collaboration, use case, active class, component, artifacts, and node. Physical elements are artifacts and a node of a system. These things are nouns of UML models. Structural things shows static part of a software system. These are the structural things like class, interface, collaboration, use case, active class, and component. These different structural things we are going to discuss here. Now, first structural thing, class. As we all know, a class is a blueprint of object. A class is a description of set of object that shares same attributes, operations, relationships, and semantics. A class implements one or more interfaces. Graphically, a class is represented as a rectangular box. This rectangular box is get divided into three parts. At the top level, we can represent a class name as a center. So book is a class name. Then in second section, we can define set of attributes. For that, the syntax is first of all give visibility, then attribute name, and then a data type of that attribute. For example, hash book title string means book title is one of the attribute of a book class. Its visibility is hash means it is protected attribute and its data type is string. Like this, n number of attributes for the book is defined in second section. Then third section is to show the operations or the methods of that class that is defined in third section. For that, the syntax is visibility, then function name, then return type of that function. Here plus get title and its return type is string. Means plus means it is a public function, function name is get title and its return type is string. Like this, n number of functions which are necessary to implement that class that is going to be defined in third section. So usually a class is represented by a rectangular box with the three sections. First section class name, second section set of attributes, and third section set of operations carried out on that class object. Interface. An interface is a collection of operations that specifies a service of a class or a component. An interface describes the externally visible behavior of that element. A notation for interface is you can represent interface in angle length, that is greater than and a less than sign, and a interface keyword should be placed along with the class name. Example here, media player is a one interface related to the two classes DVD player and CD player. For media player, set of operations performed are play music, pause, rewind and stop. Like this, n number of operations can be defined for an interface media player. One more example for interface. In Windows operating system, we have set of application programs. Any particular application we want to open, then there is an interface window. That interface window is having set of operations like open window, close window, move, display, resize. Like this, any operations can be performed on a window. So, graphically, this interface can be shown by a circle symbol. So, circle is a one more graphical notation to represent interface. Here, iPen is a application program, means we want to open an application paintbrush, and for that interface denoted here is window by a circle symbol. Like this, there are two approaches to show the interface. First one is in angle length bracket, that is in a less than and a greater than bracket. We can use the keyword interface along with a class name, or second notation is you can use a circle symbol. Externally, if you want to show any interface, then that can be shown by a circle symbol. So these are the two notations to show a interface graphically. Collaboration. Collaboration defines an interaction between different elements. Collaboration has structural as well as behavioral dimensions. A given class or object might participate in several collaborations. Graphically, it is denoted as dashed lines with the ellipse symbol. Consider an example here. Two processes are present, place order and generate a bill regarding that order. So when user is placing any order, there is one of the major process, that is order management. So order management and place order, they are related with each other. So order management, this component or this object could be say as collaboration. So collaboration is nothing but an interaction among the elements. One more example we can take here, like buyer and seller. Buyer and seller, there is a collaboration between a buyer and a seller. Buyer means who is going to purchase the things, and seller means selling certain things. So there are certain chain of responsibilities among the buyer and seller. Use case. Use case represents a set of actions performed by a system for a specific goal. A use case is a description of sequence of actions that a system performs that yield observable results of value to a particular actor. They are used to represent high-level functionalities of that system. A use case is used to structure the behavioral things in a model. Graphical notation for use case is ellipse. Consider an example here. When we go to the restaurant, so what the certain processes are happen. The first one is we place the order for the food. Later on food is prepared. Then someone serves that food to our table. We eat the food and finally we pay the bill. So these are the sequence of actions happen when we go to the restaurant. Order food, serve food, eat food, and then go for a payment, that is pay the bill related to that food or related to that order. We can consider one more example. Suppose I want to withdraw some money through ATM machine. So what the set of actions could be? First of all, I should insert a ATM card in machine. Then I should insert a pin. Then go for the further menu options. Select that transactional details, and finally we will get the money, then we eject the card. So this could be say as a sequence of actions we are doing to do a particular transaction. So use case is nothing but it represents a set of actions performed by a system for a specific goal. Active class. An active class whose objects own one or more processes or threads and therefore can initiate control activities. To show the concurrent execution, we can use active class. An active class is very similar to your regular class except that its objects represents elements whose behavior is concurrent with other elements. Graphically, it is shown as a rectangular box with a darkened border. The same symbol is used for class, but just this border is light with a regular class, but in active class, the border of this rectangular box is darkened. We are considering here snakes and ladder game. In that, snake is one of the class. For that class, the attributes are position, then methods are move and bite. So this active class is represented by this particular graphical notation. One more example we can consider as a blackboard controller. For blackboard controller, we can define set of attributes, we can define set of methods. So usually active class are used to show the concurrency mechanism. Component. It describes physical part of a system that encapsulates state and behavior of classifier. A component is a modular part of a system design that hides its implementation behind a set of external interfaces. A graphical notation for component is a rectangular box with again a smaller rectangular box here. Now a simple example is given here. abc.java file In this set of classes are present. After compilation, different files are created. So this could be say as a one component. Here implementation details are not given, just a component is shown. Artifacts. Artifacts is a physical and replaceable part of a system that contains physical information. For example, deployment artifacts such as different source code files, executable files, scripting files, say as artifacts. An artifact typically represent the physical packaging of source or runtime information. Graphical notation for artifact is a rectangular box. Here order.jar is a file. This is shown as an artifact in angle bracket here, less than and a greater than sign. And for that a component is order, or a module is say as a order, and for that related artifact is order.jar file here. So artifact is represented by a rectangular box. Node. A node is a physical element that exists at runtime and represents certain computational resources. Generally, it is having at least some memory and often processing capability. A set of components may reside on one single node. It is graphically represented as a 3D rectangular box. A best example we can say as a server. Server is having certain memory, it is having processing capability, and it is one of the physical component of a software system. So server is say as a physical node of any software system. So again I repeat, a node is a physical element that exists at runtime and represents certain computational resources. So here we discuss different structural things like class, interface, collaboration, use case, active class, components, artifacts, and node. Among that, structural things are again divided as conceptual things and physical things. So conceptual things means having certain concepts or certain logic for creating a component. So conceptual or logical things are different classes, interface, collaboration, use case, active class, and component. And physical things are artifacts and node. So here are the different structural things. Now we are going to discuss behavioral things. Behavioral things are the verbs of UML model such as interactions, activities, and different state machines. It shows dynamic parts of UML models. What the different behaviors of that system, what type of interactions with that system, that could be model. It is verbs of a model and it represents behavior over time and space. Different behavioral things are messages, states, and activities. First behavioral thing is message. Interaction is defined as a behavior that consists of group of messages which are exchanged among elements to accomplish a specific task. An interaction involves number of other elements including messages or actions or connectors. Graphically it is denoted by a line with a specific direction or an arrow symbol. An example here, student takes admission for a course, or student does registration for a particular course. So here we can put a message as do registration or take admission as a message. State. It is behavior that specifies the sequence of state an object or an interaction goes through during its lifetime in response to particular event. The behavior of an individual class or a collaboration of classes may be specified with a state machine. Graphically, it is denoted by a rounded corner rectangular box. The example taken here is printer's different state. Printer might be in any state like printing state, ready state, or a pause state for a printer. One more example we can take for representing different states, that is CPU. If CPU is on, then CPU might be in different state like CPU is in running phase, it may be in waiting. If it is off, then that is also one type of a state of CPU. So this is represented as a state. State is nothing but a behavior that specifies the sequence of a state of an object or interaction. Activity. It is behavior that specifies the sequence of steps a computational process performs. Means to carry out a particular process, there could be a sequence of states, and that is say as a activity. In an activity, the focus is on the flows among the steps without regard to which object performs each step. Graphically, it is represented as a rounded corner rectangular box. One of the activity is do reservation or process order. These are the activities with a respective system. It is represented by a rectangular box. So, in this session, we have studied two important concepts, that are structural things and behavioral things. Thank you. Have a nice day.